Sophie Cunningham's injury scared everybody half to death, man.
So Sophie Cunningham went down with what did not look like the greatest injury.
Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White just shared an unexpected update on Sophie Cunningham's injury, and it's not the usual "she's doing fine" kind of news. There's more to the story, with some surprising twists that few saw coming. If you thought she'd be back quickly, think again.
Went down, rolled her ankle after landing on Ryan Howard's leg, which is not an ideal situation, not an ideal thing at all coming into this.
Let's be clear. Sophie Cunningham might not be Indiana's top scorer or flashiest playmaker, but she's absolutely irreplaceable. She's the fire, the enforcer, the one who sets the physical tone. Opponents don't get comfortable when she's on the floor, so when Coach White gave an update on Sophie's recovery, it wasn't just about her health, it was about the team's identity. Losing Sophie, even briefly, isn't just about missed points. It's about missing grit, leadership, and the emotional heartbeat of the Fever. If you're ready to see Sophie and the Fever back in action, drop a spicy Sophie in the comments below. Let's go.
Let's talk to this game. Number one, the starters for Indiana were okay, right? We ended up seeing a change in the starting lineup. We saw Sophie Cunningham get the starting nod. However, Sophie Cunningham had to go out of the game. I forgot what half that was, if that was in the first half or the second half, but Sophie Cunningham was coming down. She was in the air, coming down. She ended up rolling her ankle on Ryan Howard's foot. She went out of the game, was on the bench for a little while, and I believe she went to the locker room, but she did not return.
The update wasn't all bad news, but it did reveal just how essential Sophie Cunningham is to Indiana's rhythm. She's not the headline maker. That spotlight belongs to Caitlin Clark, but Sophie is the one doing the gritty work that allows the stars to shine. She's not chasing recognition. She's diving for loose balls, locking in on defense like everything's on the line, and standing up for her teammates without hesitation. Her impact doesn't always make the highlight reels, but every coach and player knows you can't build a winning team without a player like Sophie.
Yes, Sophie Cunningham got injured, okay? She got injured. She landed on her ankle the wrong way. Let's go ahead and look through the play right now, all right? So here she is here, coming for the rebound, boom, and lands on Ryan Howard's foot the wrong way, and she was holding, man.
When the injury first occurred, there was a brief wave of denial within the team. Maybe it's just a knock, some thought. Sophie's tough, she'll bounce back like always. That's what she does. Takes the hits, brushes it off, and keeps going. But this time felt different. The pain didn't fade. The scans told a clearer story, and suddenly the team had to confront the reality of playing, even for a short time, without their enforcer. It's like taking the guardrails off a roller coaster. It might still run, but everything feels a lot less steady.
At that moment, everybody was scared in the live stream, man. I was holding my breath. My face was fixed a certain way that looked crazy. I mean, we were scared in there, okay? Now, the main thing is, yes, she twisted her ankle, okay? And she was out for the rest of the game.
Coach White didn't sugarcoat it. Sophie Cunningham's absence creates a real void, not necessarily in scoring, but in the toughness and grit that often tilt close games in Indiana's favor. Sophie is the vocal leader on defense, the one who disrupts opponents and treats taking a charge like hitting a game winner. She's the edge every team needs. Without her, the Fever will have to dig deep, and someone will need to step up and bring the relentless energy Sophie delivers every time she steps on the floor.
Just giving a different kind of look and seeing what we might be able to do from that standpoint with Sophie's energy in the starting lineup and with DB's production coming off the bench. So, we'll probably continue throughout the course of the week tinkering a little bit. But preseason gives us a good opportunity to see what we like, because it's important to have a good starting group and it's important to have energy out and production off the bench.
She may be on the bench, but don't get it twisted. Sophie's not sitting around feeling sorry for herself. She's already locked in on the comeback. For her, rehab isn't just recovery. It's a mission, a statement in the making. If you know her game, you know she's not built to sit still. She's probably counting the minutes until she can crash the paint again. This isn't a setback, it's just a pause. And when she returns, expect every ounce of that bottled-up energy to explode in the kind of gritty, game-changing basketball that leaves a mark, literally and figuratively.
Sophie's injury too. Like, is there any update on that?
I don't think so. She was in there getting into a cold tub, so she keeps saying I'll be fine, so I trust her.
What makes Sophie Cunningham's absence so impactful isn't just what's missing on the stat sheet. It's the energy she brings. The Fever have talent, but Sophie provides the grit, the hustle, the edge. She dives for loose balls, gets under opponents' skin, and lifts the team when the energy dips. Without her, it's like a band without drums. The game goes on, but the rhythm feels off. She's more than just a glue player. She absorbs the pressure so others can shine. And without her, the bumps hit harder and the team feels just a bit less steady.
Game. So I hope that Sophie Cunningham is okay. Again, it looks like a rolled ankle, so hopefully it's not too bad. Maybe she's out for a day or so. We'll see. We'll find out an update from the Indiana Fever. But Sophie Cunningham did go out of the game.
So what does this mean for the immediate future? Coach White was calm but candid. There's no panic, but there is urgency. Sophie's return timeline is still uncertain. There's hope, yes, but also a clear-eyed understanding of the challenge ahead. The team is stepping up. Caitlin Clark is shining, Kelsey Mitchell is catching fire, and Aaliyah Boston is dominating both ends. But everyone knows that without Sophie stirring things up, Indiana has to adjust. Not just the rotations, but the mindset.
It's a positive thing. She was like trying to see if she could get back in the game. Obviously, they're not dumb. They're not going to put her back into a preseason game. But she was trying to get back into the game, which is big. Like, if we're honest, that is genuinely big.
Sophie's absence might not grab headlines, but her return will be felt loud and clear. She's the backbone of the Fever, the grit behind the shine. While others bring the flash, she brings the fight. She's attacking rehab with purpose, and when she's back, it won't be quiet. It'll be a statement. Sophie doesn't tiptoe in. She storms back, sets the tone, and holds it down. Until then, the Fever will battle on, holding her spot and waiting for their heartbeat to return.
But she is okay, all right? It did look like it could have been something worse because of how she landed, and it was like more so of an Achilles looking stretch instead of a twisted sideways foot. So that's what scared that's what scared me. But nonetheless, man, it came out that it was a twisted ankle and she was okay, and she was just gonna sit out for the rest of the game.
Stephanie White isn't one to panic. When news of Sophie Cunningham's injury came in, she stayed focused because she knows this isn't just losing a scorer, it's losing the engine that drives the team. This isn't a season-ending blow, but it's a reminder of how much Sophie matters. She's not the face of the franchise, that's Caitlin Clark, but she's the fire behind it. Gritty, vocal, relentless. Her absence doesn't break the Fever, but it shifts their edge. And knowing Sophie, rehab isn't a break, it's just the build-up to her next big moment.
Oh my God, Sophie's a dog. She just is. She's a competitor. She's versatile, so she allows us to do different things. Like, she plays with such a toughness. She's huge, and she's going to be for us all season long. But what she brings from an energy standpoint, she raises the level of play of everybody around her as soon as she steps foot on the floor. Hell, even on the sideline. I mean, her communication, everything. She's definitely an X factor.
It's Kiki Arafin, and I got to tell you, here we go with the smiling like you've done. I don't get it. This is the worst part of the WNBA. I mean, yikes. Kiki, the new Kennedy. A lot of people not happy. Demon Sophie, yeah, she showed up. Look at this. They're celebrating that. Okay. I mean, it's crazy. Here we go again. She's yelling while Kiki's laughing in her face. Never seen a rook have a vet so rattled.
Well, first and foremost, they play so hard. They play with multiple levels of effort. They're both just tough as nails. They have length. They use their length really well. Their activity level on the defensive end and offensively. I mean, they're like mirror images of one another. I mean, the way that they can cut, the way that they can spread the floor, and what they bring on the defensive end of the floor. You want to make sure that your home court is special to you as a team, but you want to make it hard as heck for other people to come in here to Gamebridge, and they don't want to play here, right? And I think with that, as an energy player, you got to get your fans involved. That's our sixth man right there. We put Sophie in position where she was running the point guard, right? We put Lexi in position at the end of the game where she was running the point guard, and so I'm thankful to have players like that who are comfortable being uncomfortable and doing what's necessary for our team to find success. I mean, that's part of, one of our core values is be selfless, and sometimes that means playing out of position. And I thought they both did a great job of that, but really like their energy and competitive spirit. I liked our aggressiveness. I liked the fact that we picked up, pretty much 94 feet, that they didn't get anything easy. I mean, it's not often that you come out with a win in games where you shoot 30% from the floor. And I felt like our defense really held, gave us an opportunity to get back in the game, gave us an opportunity to finish the game.